Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Journey to Happiness. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I would love for you to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to talk loud because it's raining very hard, so I want to make sure y'all can hear me. So in today's video, this is going to be 10 life lessons that I have learned over the years of being an adult. So whether you agree with some of these life lessons or not, that's fine. Still free to comment your opinion below as long as you keep it respectful. And I may make a part 2 depending on how long this video is. I do have 10, and I'm going to, I want to explain my life lessons and stuff. So yeah, let me go ahead and get into it. So this is not in any particular order, but number 1 I have is life is not fair, get over it. Basically, that's a saying that we've all heard before. Life isn't fair, and unfortunately it's not. Lots of times good things happen to bad people, and bad things, hold on y'all, sorry, lots of times good things happen to bad people, and bad things happen to good people. There's several things in life that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? Several things. I could go talk about that for days. But it's a waste of time and energy complaining. Like if you're in a very unfair situation, it's okay to complain about it because that's human. You know what I'm saying? To vent about things that you're going through that's not fair to you. But it's a waste of time and energy just to keep dwelling on it for years, or just to put up so much time and energy just complaining about whatever in your life that's not fair to you. Instead, you should take that time and energy to put yourself in a situation like, okay, it's not fair that this is happening to me. It's not fair that I was born into this crazy family. It's not fair this is not fair that this person's got this when I work harder. It's not fair. But it's more beneficial to make a plan for yourself and say, hey, okay, you got to sit down and think and be like, okay, this is effed up. It's not fair. It's really messed up. But what can I do that's in my power to put myself in a better situation? What is it that can I do? Make a plan and execute it. That's all. That's the best thing to do. There's lots of times where you have to put yourself first, and you have to play that game of life of doing things that's going to put yourself in a good situation, because life is never fair. It's not at all. So you really just have to do whatever you can do to put yourself in good situations, whatever that is, whatever that means to you. You have to make a plan instead of spending time dwelling on what's not fair in your life. Sit down, make a plan. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that. That way, a year from now or however long, I'm gonna have a good life. So yeah, life is not fair, but it's always been like that. It's always been like that. But you just gotta make the best life for yourself that you can, and make a plan so that you can have a good life and have yourself in a good situation. Okay, so number 2 is it's not what you know, but who you know. This goes to a lot pertaining to like careers and jobs. You could be very qualified for a certain position, right? You have all the qualifications, you have the experience and all that. You're a good hard worker, you're dependable, all that, right? Wherever the job may be. But lots of times, I've literally seen this several times with my own 2 eyes. Let's say Sally over here happens to have a sister that works for the company that you're applying to, and Sally has barely any experience. She's not dependable. She's always late. She's not good at the job. There's a good chance that Sally may be picked for the job over you. That kind of ties down to like life isn't fair. It's not fair. So even though I'm an introvert, y'all know I like to stay to myself, I do understand that to a certain extent, it is beneficial to make connections in the workplace. And I've done that before. You know what I'm saying? But for example, like when I applied for this home care job, I knew the nurse manager because I worked with her before. She was actually my CNA instructor. I think I told you all about that. And when I first met her, when I took her class, she didn't think I'd be a good CNA because I was too quiet. But that's a whole nother story. But anyway, so she ended up being a like the unit manager for this the manager for a home care company. Like she was like the head bitch in charge. Right. So she was asking me did I want to do that, and I barely had to apply for the job. I just automatically got the job because she knew me, she worked with me, she knew I was a good CNA. And there was this test that I was supposed to take that every CNA is supposed to take when they get hired, like a little assessment test, I guess, or whatever, skill test. And I didn't even have to take this test. She told her, the lady that's below her, she was like, oh, just go ahead and hire her. She's good. I worked with her before. She ain't got to take the test. See what I'm saying? So I was supposed to take that test because that's supposed to be a requirement for the job. But because I had that connection, it's basically like I automatically had the job. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even have to really do an interview or nothing like that because of the connection that I had with her. So in life, as far as working and stuff, or even like maybe buying a house or other things too, it is beneficial and it's a good idea to have connections with people that are up here. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're down here and you have connections with people that are up here in whatever industry that you're in, that can benefit, you can benefit from that. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I like to stay to myself, but I do understand I do need to make connections sometimes, whether it's like a nurse manager that I used to work with, or I don't know, another CNA I used to work with, so I can use them as a reference. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So normally when I'm at a job, even though I'm an introvert, I'm the quiet girl, there's normally at least one or two people that I kind of like click with at the job. We not may necessarily become friends outside of work, but we click. You know what I'm saying? So when I look for another job and I ask them, hey, can I use you as a reference, and I get their number and stuff. So I think that's like the most basic level of having a connection. So that's why I say, like, it's not always what you know, but who you know too. You do, if you want to be in certain rooms, especially in like higher positions, lots of times you need to know the right person, or at least you don't have to be best friends with them necessarily, but you need to be on their good side. I'll say that much. It does benefit to be the people that have power. You know what I'm saying? You do need to try to be on their good side, or at least know one or two people that have big names that can vouch for you. You get what I'm saying? So you do need to try to make connections in whatever industry that you're in. So yeah. Number 3 I have is, if he wanted to, he would. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna probably make a part 2. I just learned, if a man really wants a woman, if he really is taking you seriously in a relationship, if he's really thinking about maybe marrying you one day, you're gonna know. If you ever have to ask yourself, I don't know, like, I don't know where I stand with this man. Like, where do we stand? He don't like you like that. Like, if he wanted to, he would. You don't never have to, as a woman, you never have to beg a man to, send you flowers on your birthday, or take you out on a date, sometime, or be romantic, meet your family, stuff like that. If he's not doing those things, it's because he simply doesn't like you like that, and you need to let it go. And I feel like I said before, if a man really wants you, you never have to question it. You don't have to question it at all. That man is going to be consistently calling you. He's going to be checking up on you during the day. Even if he's at work, even if he's working a 12-hour shift, he's going to at least be texting you throughout the day, when he gets a little free time to check on you. He's going to make time for you in his schedule. Even if he's busy, he's going to make time for you. You know what I mean? So yeah, if he wanted to, he would. If that man is taking you seriously, it won't even cross your mind. You won't even have time to think about, does he really like me? Does he really love me? Like, is he in this for the long run? That won't even cross your mind, because he's literally showing you in his actions, basically. So yeah, if you have to question whether a man really wants you or loves you or is taking you seriously, cares about you, then he doesn't. If you ever have to question it, most of the time he doesn't. So yeah. Number 4, I had, this is going to be I'm trying to go to number 5. Number 4 I have is energy does not lie. Y'all know I talk about this, how I'm really good at reading the room. I'm really good at feeling people's energy. I could tell most of the time if somebody likes me or not, or if they like somebody else or not, just by the energy. It's hard to really explain. But if you have a feeling about somebody, like they don't really like you, or just a bad feeling, that's also can be called, I guess, a woman's intuition or your gut feeling. You could tell if somebody really like you or not. Like, always believe the energy that you get from somebody, because people can lie. People lie all the time, and a lot of people are fake, and they'll act like they like you. They'll be pretend nice to you for whatever reason and talk about you behind your back. But one thing that is very hard to fake is energy and chemistry also. I think that's a whole nother conversation though. But one thing that is very, very, very difficult to fake is chemistry and energy. So I think that's the best way I can explain it. Like, if you have a bad feeling about somebody, trust your feeling. You know what I'm saying? Go with your gut feeling. Like, something is off. Something is off with this person. Let me, kind of stay away from them. And I've seen it time and time. I've seen it time and time again. Like, I don't think I've ever been wrong about just feeding off of somebody's energy. I could just tell. You know what I'm saying? So energy does not lie. And this is the last one I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to make a part 2 because this video is getting long. So some of y'all may agree with this, and some of y'all may not agree with this, but for most people, there's no such thing as a dream job. They used to say, what do they say? If you're doing something that you love, you'll never work a day in your life, or whatever. Or people ask you, what's your dream career? Honestly, my dream job would probably be to do YouTube videos for a living. Like, to make so much off of YouTube, or be like a social media influencer where I can quit my job and do this full time. You know what I'm saying? Because I really do enjoy it. A lot of people do it, but I feel like a dream job is something that you would do for free. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are on social media for free simply because it's fun and they enjoy doing it. But, like being a nurse or a doctor or a lawyer or whatever it is that you do, I feel like, okay, would you do that for free? If you're not going to do it for free, that's not really your dream job. I feel like we all work because we have to. We need a paycheck, right? So you do. This TikToker, she made a good point. She had said, you don't focus on picking a dream job necessarily, but focus on picking a career that you can tolerate. Because it don't matter what job that you do, there's going to be something about the job that you don't like. There's going to be something, 9 times out of 10 about the job that is stressful, that's irritating, you know what I'm saying? So you have to pick a career that you could tolerate. Like, okay, I don't like this about the job, but I could tolerate this. I could deal with this for 8 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? You have to pick a career that you can tolerate, but that pays enough for your lifestyle, a career that pays you enough that you can pay your bills, and sometimes do some things that you enjoy doing. You know what I'm saying? What else? Yeah. So I agree with that. Like, for the average person, there's no such thing as a dream job. Like, I don't think there is. Now it's different. Like, if you are a singer, right? You're a superstar. Most people that can sing, they actually enjoy singing. So that's their dream job, because they actually enjoy singing or acting or whatever. Social media influencer. But oh Lord. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. My camera keeps going this. Okay. But that's how I feel about that. When it comes to careers and jobs for the average people like us, I feel like you just need to focus on finding a career that you can tolerate and that will give you a good lifestyle. Like, it pays you enough to have a decent lifestyle. Something that what else did she say? Oh, and don't involve your life around it. You know what I'm saying? Don't make work your entire life. I know some people, especially a lot of nurses, that make work their entire life. Like, working 16 hours a day, 12 hours. I know the money's good, but like, don't make work your whole entire life. You know what I'm saying? Have a life outside of work. I know a lady that she was an LPN, she was a manager. This was about a couple years ago when I was doing agency. Her husband almost left her because he never saw her. He never saw her because people were always calling her because she was the manager, and we were always short staffed. She was always coming in, working on the cart, filling in. It was insane how much she was at the job. And she quit because she didn't want her husband to leave her. And I don't blame her, because the job was so demanding. So that's what I mean. Like, don't make work your life. It's different if it's temporary. Like, let's say you working some crazy hours, like 80 hours a week, because you're saving for a house, or you're saving for a car, or you're just saving for something important. That's different. But have like a time limit on that, though, because you need to have a life outside of work. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video now. There'll be a part 2. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all the next time. Bye.